Okay, first I want to thank all of you for coming to our Houston office and welcoming with me His Honor Justice David Medina. We want to make things, this is a informal function. We're here amongst friends. David had all of his friends, associates, peers, colleagues, other members of the judiciary, and many of those other longtime friends and supporters who helped him get elected and re-elected here. So we'll skip all of those things. He's not running for anything now, are you?
No.
Other than for his life, sometimes. But I grew up in a Democratic family. My dad was Union, my granddad was Union, everybody in our neighborhood was Union. And the worst thing in the world, worse than the monsters under your bed and the boogers in the woods was Republicans.
Hello.
So I stayed the hell away from them. And about 8 or 10 years ago, a good friend of mine, John O'Quinn, invited me to his football box. And there in his football box, he introduced me to this man. And I'm thinking after, he didn't fight me. You know, he looks normal, he acted normal, he was polite. Maybe they're not so bad. And I wondered leaving there, why would John O'Quinn be running around with somebody that's a Republican? And from that very day on, I learned to soften my perspective and impression of Republicans. And years ago, I guess 4 or 5 years ago, I had the pleasure of finally arguing a case in front of his court. And after that, he gave me a very nice, some nice comments on the case. It was my first case to argue in front of the court, in Court of Appeals up there. And I'm a trial lawyer. Normally you have appellate lawyers handle all your appellate stuff. But I forged a very good relationship with him at that time. It's personal, it's frank, it's candid. He was sincere with a lot of the things he said. And I thought it would be great to someday have a Republican working at my law firm. And if I'm going to do it, the first one I'm going to invite is this guy, if he ever becomes available. And I never really told him that. And last year when he was looking to leave the bench and go into private practice, he gave me a shout and told me that he had a similar interest. So it was meant to be. And I didn't debate it for a minute. I knew this was good for him. I knew it was good for me. I knew it was good for our law firm and all of our partners here. And I knew it was the most important for our community. I do know David personally. He grew up from the little 4 kids in Hitchcock to do all these great things he's done. Y'all know his resume, being general counsel to a Fortune 100 company. Coming from his background, that's impossible. He got to be a state judge here at a time when it was difficult for Hispanics to be a state judge. That was almost impossible. He got to be the governor's counsel. That was almost impossible. And he got to sit on the Supreme Court for 8 years, which again was almost impossible. So he does lots of impossible things. And I'm hoping he will continue to carry on that tradition here. So with that, I want to say thank you so much for being my friend, mi amigo, and my partner.